Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next perfect step. Today, we would like to go over the energies of the new upcoming year. We are going to read you an excerpt from somebody who I just hold very dear in my heart. I found her about 9 years ago. Her name is Denise Linn. She's an author. I also have many of her oracle decks. She definitely was one of my first oracle decks I've ever owned and started my passion for oracle decks. So I'm just gonna, she has many books and oracle decks, just to name a few, a lot of which I have read, which I'd just like to share with you, which I, of course, now that I want to do this, right, I'm having a hard time pulling them up for some reason. All right, well, we'll start with the card decks then. Her card decks are many. And of course, now my screen just changed to the book, so I apologize.
That's technology, no
Go
problem.
with the flow, right? Go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so her newest and upcoming book is Secrets of Space Clearing. She also has the books Energy Strands, The Ultimate Guide to Clearing the Cords That Are Constricting Our Lives, Kindling the Native Spirit, Sacred Practices for Everyday Life, The Hidden Powers of Dreams, Secrets and Mysteries, The Glory and Pleasure of Being a Woman, Soul Coaching. That is one of the books I've read. It takes you through a journey throughout the whole year, connecting you to your soul, which is absolutely a wonderful, beautiful book. Her other books are Unlocking the Secret Message of Your Own Body. She does a book with her daughter, Meadow. It's called Quest, A Guide to Creating Your Own Vision Quest. If I Can Forgive, So Can You. Past Lives and Present Miracles. 4 Acts of Personal Power. The Soul Loves the Truth. Feng Shui for the Soul. She has a book on everyday altars, bringing sacred shines into everyday living. The Secret Language of Signs, how to recognize them, work with them, and communicate with them. She also has the Mystical Cookbook, The Secret Alchemy of Food. She has Sacred Space, which is one of the books I have read and loved. It talks about clearing your space and then making it sacred for you, and bringing that energy into your everyday lives. Absolutely phenomenal book. I highly recommend. She has Space Clearing, which I've read. Again, goes along with the Sacred Space, and Space Clearing A to Z. All phenomenal books. I just love her voice and her way of bringing about sacredness within every conversation she has. One of my absolute favorite decks by her is called The Sacred Forest. I absolutely love that book. Yes, I think I gifted you that. Yeah, because it's just it's phenomenal. My very first deck ever that I've ever owned was the Native Spirit Oracle deck, very sacred to my heart, which I just gifted to another person, my own personal deck to be her first deck, which was very special to me. She also has the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck, the Gateway, which I also own, That one's a very cheerful, joyful, uplifting deck. I like that one. She has the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck, another one which I own. Soul Coaching Oracle deck. I don't have that one yet, but that is one that I want to look into because I've read the book too. So that's a little bit about Denise Linn. So she put out very recently her takeaway of what the energies was in 2023, what we can continue to do for the rest of 2023 in order to prepare us for the energies of 2024. Is there anything you wanted to add, Lori?
Well, I was just going to say, I heard Denise give a little workshop once online, and she's just so sweet and kind. You know, she just gives the information in a really understandable way. But so what we were going to do today was read one of her posts from Facebook. And I'll go ahead and start to read that. Okay. She said, "What's ahead? Energies of the 2024. A new year can represent a new beginning, a new dawn, and fresh energies for your life. It can be a time of birth and rebirth. In this post, I'm sharing information that has emerged during my meditations about the coming year, and also some insights discerned from the messages in the stars and from sacred numbers. My intent is that you can use this information to take advantage of the exhilarating energies ahead." And she says, "Note, I'm fascinated by so-called cosmic energies. My passion for the mystical arts was ignited by my grandparents. When I was a child, I lived with them for a number of years, 2,000 miles away from my family. My grandparents trained with the mystic Manly P. Hall in the 1930s and 1950s in Los Angeles. And my grandmother was also an astrologer, tarot card reader, and numerologist. Her wisdom stayed with me all these decades later. My grandmother talked to me about the importance of taking advantage of cosmic energies of each year, hence this post." So in 2023, she says, "Every year has particular and unique energy." Isn't that the truth? If you remember, last year about this time, I said that 2023 was a year for personal preparation. It was a time to do some intensive clutter clearing, to repair and to renew, and to metaphorically till the soil in your life by pulling out any weeds that were clogging your energy fields in preparation for the seeds to be planted. It was a time of getting ready for the rapid and expansive growth energy in 2024. So as we read this post, we're going to also talk about it. I definitely remember the planting seeds intention for this year, and I think that's coming up again for us too, Lori, for the next year. But did you spend some time doing that as well for this year?
Yeah, so as we look back, I mean, yes, definitely. I mean, we planted our seeds and we knew this was going to be a clearing. And I think one of the intentions that I planted was have more clarity, right? And I definitely feel like I opened up space for that to come in. And we were just recently talking, Lori's beautiful dragon meditation that she just put out last week. You know, I got the message that I had been looking for all year long, right? So clearly I have cleared the path. I pulled the weeds in order to allow that message to finally come through, right? I mean, I had really been struggling with the fact that I kept going into this sadness and depression when I felt like my life was flowing so great and my next steps were coming and I was really being led, right? I mean, really joyfully led to something that either, you know, something that I desired. And then I couldn't figure out why I kept getting into the space right after that. And it was because the message that had come through was that every time I got into that space, I tried to pick the reins back up. I tried to control where we were going to go to next. Like, this was amazing. And the energy felt so joyful, and I wanted to get on that train, right? I wanted it to keep going and keep going. So I felt like I had to pick up the reins, figure out how to keep it going. And the message that came through was, let go of the reins. Stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to do something, and figure out what it is you're supposed to be doing. Continue to let go and follow your joy, right? Because that's where it is.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that for me, the clutter clearing wasn't so much a physical. I mean, we always talk about it being on all three levels, right? Physical, emotional, and spiritual. But for me, this year was really about being able to clear away the clutter that I put in front of being able to find that answer and allowing it to come through. And then just truly believing in it, not second guessing that answer, not second guessing that direction. And to keep letting that message form. Like, I've gotten more and more bits since then about how to continue that, and showing me where in my life that I'm stopping that flow. Not easy, right? Because I'm used to me, it's so natural that I have to be the one to figure it all out. So for my I can feel it in my physical body, resisting, and wanting to continue to do things the way I've always done them, and opening up, clearing that space to be able to say, we're going to do this a new way. So for me, that's what that energy she talks about of last year, of the decluttering, was for me.
That's huge. Thank you. As you were talking, it's sort of, I can relate to that because I also intended to follow my path, just keep going in my, spiritual growth and just be myself. So this year I found myself going down all these like little side roads, and trying to, oh, this might work, and I'm taking back the control, right? Just like you were saying. So none of it worked. It it didn't feel right, and I would call you up on the phone. I'm like, Lori, oh, what's going on? So the main message for me this year was just to follow my heart, follow, like you said, follow my joy. It's clear that my joy is to help people, or just to do my healing practice. I never thought that I would be on camera this year on our podcast, but I'm loving that. I just have so much fun with you and our audience. It's just great. But a lot of things, I guess, that was cluttering my path, I had to realize I had to let it go and just turn away and just go keep following where I was going. And like you also said, you can feel it in your body. Our body gives us clues, doesn't it? Our body tells us, yes, you can feel it in your emotions in your body. So I've learned to trust that for sure. And now opportunities are coming more easily, and something that I don't have to struggle with or control, because it's just coming. And that's the way it should be. It should be just allowing. But yeah, it's not easy. I was telling you, I've also been my best last month just feeling like I do need to literally physically declutter some stuff, and just, it feels good. But yeah, clearing the path for a new energy that's coming up. So do you want to read the next part that Denise wrote?
Sure. So 2023 was the year of the water rabbit in Chinese astrology, which can encourage you to be vigilant, thoughtful, reserved, self-reflective, and compassionate. It was a year for contemplating the big picture. 2023 was a year to reflect, refresh, and replenish your energy, and to take care of details in your life that have been neglected. It was a great year for clutter, clearing, and releasing relationships and situations that no longer serve you. It was also a year to deepen your spiritual practice, incubate ideas, and prepare physical and emotion and prepare physically and emotionally for the energies of 2024. Personally, she didn't prepare as well as she would have liked, which I wanted to say also, and I forgot to, that there was more I could have and should have, those should haves, which isn't, right? But we still have time, as she said. You know, life gets in the way, and it's not something to beat ourselves up with. However, it's not too late. The energies of the year won't start until mid-February. So we still have time until then to prepare, replenish, and work on it, right? If there's things that you're saying right now, oh, I should have, you know, I wish I had done, or I still have work to do, it's never too late, right? Even though we talk about the energies changing in mid-February, it's never too late, right? You can plant seeds in half your garden and still till the other half of your garden, right? There's always still time. You're never out of time. You know, we talk about time being an illusion, but regardless, start today. Today's always a new day, right?
Yes. And I think of winter time for me. I mean, it's busy now that it's the holidays, but I'm feeling like I'd really want to just settle down, journal, like write my intentions. Just I need to like sort of, I'm feeling that need, like I really want to just burrow in a little bit and think and just rest and get ready for the new year. But you kind of like, well, I'm going to do that after the holidays. You can do it now. You can take 5-10 minutes now, right? You can just rest, take a walk, call a friend, read a book, so take a bath, whatever you feel good.
Breathe, just sit and breathe. Yeah.
Yeah.
always important. Yeah.
So I'm excited about what she says is coming in 2024. She says, even though we have a couple more months of the 2023 energy, the energies of 2024 are approaching, and what a year it will be. Hold on to your hats. 2024 is the year of the wood dragon. I have to show you my friend. Well, I want to say before we talk about the dragon, Lori, you introduced me to the dragon's high dimensional spirits. And most people have an image of a dragon as scary, as evil, but that's not really what we're talking about here. And you explained that to me. I never really was aware of that a couple of years ago. You showed me. What would you say is the dragon spirit?
So you get to choose what energy of the dragon you get to work with, right? So just as there is with all beings, including humans, we have higher dimensional beings and lower dimensional beings. And which one you get to choose what you want to. You can either be fearful of them and choose lower vibrations, or you can choose to connect with the higher energies and the higher vibrational dragons. For me, dragon is, you know, they're powerful. And so they can be, I think that's sometimes where the fear comes in for people, is because they're powerful. They are not more powerful than you are. Okay. They're here to work with you as a friend. I find them to be very creative, a very creative energy. They're here to help us create and to teach us how to work with the energies to create the world we want to live in. Okay. I find them to be very creative. And sometimes that can be scary for people, right? When we create something new, we have to leave behind the old. And so I think that is where the fear comes in, I also think that because dragons are almost snake-like, and people have a fear of snakes. They're also considered draconian. I don't find that to be true. I'm sure there are some. The dragons, I have worked with the dragons for a really long time. I feel them very close to me. I know my own personal dragon within me. I have no fear of them. I feel loved, supported, cherished by them. They're here to work with us. They're not above us. They don't dominate us. Their energy is strong. And again, I think that their energy can be scary if you're not aware of what that energy is, right? It's not a powerful, controlling energy, but it may feel it to you. And if you just sit with it and allow to learn about the energy, the dragon connection is really it's a beautiful relationship. I love my dragon. I love working with the many different dragons there are out there. So again, it's a choice, which energy you want to live with. Again, as powerful as they have powerful love for us.
Yes.
And so that can be beautiful. And again, it's always a choice, and it's a choice we have in absolutely everything around us. You can choose love or you can choose fear in everything, in every energy there is out there, in everything. So it's your choice. But if you feel drawn to work with dragon, give them a chance, because it's a beautiful energy of creativity. Right? And they can really teach you to work with the energy around you and how to almost be like alchemy, right? Which is creating something. They will teach you how to use that energy to create the life you want to live in.
Oh, thank you. That's beautifully said. So I have to show you my beautiful dragon. He's a candle holder, but my personal dragon is a red dragon. And it's come through recently in a energy Reiki session that I had. My dragon energy came through, and I have to just share this experience. It was so amazing. When I was driving home, I was probably about a 15-20 minute drive. I got home and like no time, there was no time. It felt like it was like the dragon carried me home almost. It was so amazing. It was just like time wasn't there. I was home right away. It was so strange and beautiful. And also I feel like the dragon's message is also to be empowering you and to come just help you step into your power, not in a dominant way, but in a loving way, that you could be who you are, shining your true self, not being afraid to speak, not being afraid to just be who you are and shine your light. So I think, like you said, Lori, the dragon energy is very loving and so fun to work with, just a delight.
Yeah, so you reminded me when you held up your dragon too. I think another part of the first energy that you work with dragon, when dragon comes in, is destroying the things that are in the way of creating your new life. So if you see in your picture, he looks kind of mean and scary, right? And to me, that's him going after what's standing in the way, right? That's him destroying what our old belief systems are what's holding us back. They're here to create the new, which means you have to see the old, right? And dragon can help you do that. There is Let Baron Reed uses dragons, and she talks about you being the the dragon rider, but either you can ride on the back of the dragon, or you can be the one that rides with the dragon, right? Not, I don't want to say controls the dragon, but you're in charge of your life, right? And that's the first lesson of the dragon, is to know that you have complete control over your life, right? Life isn't happening to you. You have a choice, and the dragon helps with that path, right?
Yeah.
And that can be really scary. But we need to, in order to create the life that we want to lead, we need to, I don't want to use destroy, but when you think of dragons, right, they burn away what doesn't need to be there, right? But in fire, it also shows you the light, right? So you get to see where it isn't there. So I think these are why the energies of the dragon can be a little scary, but very powerful, loving, in order to create the life you want to live.
Yeah, excellent. So let's talk about 2024.
Which amazingly is the year of the wood dragon.
Yes. Yes. Would you like to read that part?
Sure. The energy of 2024 will be a year of action, birth, and rebirth. It is the year of the dragon, and a dragon year is an expansive year. The soil you tilled in 2023 and the seeds you planted will be the fertile ground for your dreams and your intentions to rapidly sprout and take root in 2024. For the acorn to become a mighty tree, it must have fertile soil. Whatever you put energy into in 2023 until mid-February 2024 will grow. If 2023 was a messy year for you and you didn't take care of the details in your life, my suggestion is to clutter clear all aspects of your life with passion in the next 2 months. There's still time as we reach the end of this cycle. Clear the dross out of your life and prepare to begin anew with the approaching coming energies of 2023. So that's what we talk about, the dragon birthing the life you want to live, right? And it is a rebirth, because it's not the life you've been living, right? Which is awesome. So you want to decide what seeds you want to plant. What is your intention? What is the life that you want to live? And clear out any remaining energy or any, limiting beliefs that you still have, old beliefs that you still have around that, in order to be able to plant in fertile ground. I love how she uses the mighty acorn tree, right? I mean, I just love that image in there. Yeah. And it's exciting. It's exciting. This year's exciting, right? Like, to see that you tilled your garden and you get to plant your seeds and then it's fertile ground. I mean, that's exciting.
That is, to see what's coming up and what'll grow.
Yeah.
And what you can experience. Yeah. So she also says 2024 can be a year of spiritual awakening. This is also a year to stand your ground. It's a year to step into your strength. Be willing to step up, step into your nobility. Hold the energy of who I am is enough, just as I am. Wear this like a banner, for it is true. This is a year of power. It's a wood dragon year, and wood energy can represent rapid growth. It's a year for your latent talents and abilities to emerge, for your inner strengths to emerge. If you are a people pleaser and you tend to sacrifice your well-being to the detriment of yourself and for the well-being of others, this is the year to let that pattern go. Release relationships that drain you or people that do not support you. Have compassion toward yourself. The ideas and dreams that you nurture this year can emerge to be great things in the decades ahead. It's not necessarily a year to charge forward like a charging bull. It's more a year of opening your heart to spiritual energies and to the wellspring of creativity within you. That's what you were talking about, Lori, the creativity. I like the part where it says, if you're a people pleaser and you sacrifice yourself, your well-being and your desires for other people, that's something to clutter clear, to get rid of. We have to, where so many of us beat ourselves up, we always talk about that, but we need to have compassion for ourselves. How many times do we put ourselves last?
Absolutely. And in going with it, that's right. I mean, when you pick your seeds of what you want to plant, that's the thing you need to realize, like, okay, so here's my intention and what's holding me back from that? Why haven't I been living that life that I want? So what's holding me back? And that's what we need to clear out. And that's right. When we're people pleasing, or when it's really that simple. We don't have to make it so difficult, right? So, I mean, I love the mantra for the whole year. I mean, I think we should put sticky notes everywhere, put it on our phone, let it be our screensavers, put it on our mirror. So it's the first thing we look at every single morning. Who I am is enough, just as I am. Right? That has to be the mantra for the whole year. We need to feel that on every level of our being. We are enough just as we are.
Right. That's right. And it also is talking about standing your ground, stepping into your strength, and that's what Dragon helps you to do. I feel like, for me, I've been enjoying stepping out, just doing things that I've been wanting to do and hadn't maybe had the confidence to do before, but I'm having fun, I'm enjoying it. And then I feel like, well, what about these other people that aren't suffering, or they're not having fun, and I feel like the message was to just keep being myself, and let people see what can be for them, that they can have joy in their life, and that it's okay. And I know that everyone's got things that they're going through, and we can help each other, but I really felt like that message came through for me, that it's okay to stand in your power. It's okay to be who you are, because who you are is enough. And you might just inspire someone else, and they might inspire you. So that's what we're here for, right? To help each other.
I can't remember who I heard this from, whether I read it in a book or I heard it on another podcast, but I've heard this message over and over again. You can never suffer enough to make somebody else's suffering go away. Yeah. So you not wanting to do and be happy because somebody else is suffering doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Because you can't suffer or not be happy enough to make somebody else happy. You can't take away any of their suffering by suffering with them. It doesn't take it away from them. You can have compassion for them. You can help when you can help, and support when you can support. But you stopping your joy only hurts you. And it does nothing for anybody else.
It's true. Yeah. And that's what Dragon helps us to do, to remember who we are. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you want to read the next part?
Yep. So we left off. Okay. So follow your instincts, but be careful about being too impulsive and hot-headed. 2024 can be a year of ups and downs, but we'll keep going forward with it. But keep going forward with an open heart. If you're prepared for it in the next 2 months by clearing out what you don't need in life, it can be a smooth sailing. If you do not, a roller coaster may await you in 2024. But hey, roller coasters can be fun. If there is great upheaval in your life, it might not be necessarily bad. Sometimes upheaval is needed for new growth. It's difficult for new seeds to grow in hard packed soil, for example. So yeah, so again, you get to choose how you look at life. Yes, roller coasters up and down can make you sick, or you can scream and yell and smile and have fun. It's your choice. You get to choose.
Yeah, I like how you're bringing that up about choices, because that is the truth, and we can do that in any minute, every minute rather, is be aware of it and say, this is what I choose for myself. I choose joy. I choose compassion. I choose honesty. All those things.
Right.
Yeah. Good. So Denise also is talking about 2024 is an 8-year. In numerology, 2024 is an 8-year in Pythagorean numerology, which represents success, power, and abundance. What's on your bucket list? This is the year it can happen. An 8-year can bring remarkable results in your life, as well as passion, power, and authenticity. Soft strength and soft power can blossom as well. What does it feel like to wield your own power? This is the year to find out. It can be a year of radical honesty to put your truth into action, and a great year for manifestation of your dreams and to garner abundance.
Awesome.
That's pretty amazing.
2024 for people on a spiritual path. If you're on a spiritual path, you can have an expansive of growth and even a spiritual awakening in 2024. This can be a year in which you have a shift in consciousness and embrace heightening spirituality and some of the most amazing transformations of our era. There can be a kind of evolution of human spirit, energy shift, transformation. This might be the year where you embrace and celebrate great awakenings and even a global reset.
Yay.
Right?
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited about this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing what this year brings.
Yes. Yeah, me too. So I'm going to work on the clutter clearing and my Post-it notes.
Right? Most definitely.
That was inspiring.
Yeah.
And we'd love to hear from you and anyone who wants to talk about what your year's been like, or what you're visioning for 2024. What's coming up for you? What's some of your challenges, some of your celebrations? We want to celebrate with you.
Right. Absolutely. So we thought next we would do something a little fun. As Lori says, I love working with the dragons. Diana Cooper, she has a book with that will explain dragon energy, one I have read, and she also has an oracle card, the dragons. And so I thought it would be fun if we could pick, a dragon energy. So I'm going to pick a dragon energy, and if you feel drawn to the energy, I'm going to pick one for us for 2024, for the group, the next perfect step for all of us, collectively. And if you feel drawn to it, you can work with the energy of this particular dragon. You can also, as always, try to connect. We all have our own personal dragon, just like we have our own personal guardian angels. We also have our own personal dragon, as well as we can work with any of the energies of the dragons. On all you have to do is sit and call that one in, and it's like any relationship you build off of. So you call them in, you introduce yourself, and you sit with their energy, and they'll guide you to how they can help you and you can help them, right? So the dragon card that was picked was the Earth and Water Dragon. It creates a fountain of new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance.
That's wonderful. That's
Actually,
wonderful.
right? Perfect for what we just talked about.
Yes, it is.
Here's the picture of them. Right. So I'm just going to read from the book too, and then me and Lori, look behind it too. Can you see? It looks this. You got the sun and the moon, like almost like an eclipse.
Yes,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
that is.
That's pretty cool. All right. Let's see, we have Earth and Water. So the Earth and Water Dragon is a fourth dimensional brown and green Earth and Water Dragon. It brings the blessing of a new opportunity. They synchronize the energy and timing to ensure it blossoms. The element of earth enables us to ground our projects, while the element of water enables us to flow with them. When combined in the Earth and Water Dragon, these are very auspicious qualities. When mixed together in the physical world, earth and water create mud, which is excellent for the growth of seeds. Guidance. If you are planting a tree, you plant its roots in the soil and make sure it has a good foundation. Then you activate its growth with water. In due course, you harvest the fruit. The more effort you put into providing the perfect conditions for the tree, the better the crop. This card is showing you that this is a good time to create. With the gracious assistance of the Earth and Water Dragons, you can lay a strong foundation for your future. Picking this card suggests it's time to start a new phase in your life. Fresh opportunities may be presenting themselves to you. So be ready to nurture any ideas or visions that come to you. The Earth and Water Dragons will enable you to know intuitively what is right for you and to harness your creativity. They will help you to generate the right conditions to succeed. They will motivate you to put in the necessary work, for this is an important step, and then you can harvest your abundance. Most importantly, they will help you to take things lightly. So listen to your inner wisdom. The time for action is now.
That's amazing. I like how it talked about the tree and like the wood dragon, the year of the wood dragon, it's planting in the soil and then the tree is growing, and that was neat. That was great.
Right. Yeah, a beautiful, beautiful card and message, and I think goes along with exactly what we were saying. I love that there's the eclipse there.
Great.
Which usually brings light to what we're not in the darkness. But yeah,
Maybe we can post that on our Facebook page, the next perfect step.
Yeah,
That card, that would be nice.
yeah, I can definitely do that. Absolutely. Yes, and you can share with us what insights or what the card message was for you. Yeah, that would be great. So we thought we would next do just a small, quick meditation to help us plant our seeds, right? I'll take you through a visual. We'll plant some seeds and help them grow. So if you want to just get into a comfortable position, taking in some nice, clearing breaths. in through your nose and out through your mouth. Really becoming present in this moment, feeling yourself in your body, opening up that space above your head, letting the sunshine in, feeling that light and sunshine coming down through the top of your head, down into your heart, opening that space and filling it with light, seeing that light radiate out from the heart, the front, the back, and all around you. And continuing down, opening up the space below your feet and letting the light out. Opening up the space to connect the heavens above and the earth below. And yet being completely present in your body, in the middle world, here and now. Feeling into that light, filling your whole body and radiating out. And in front of you, you see a door with light shining through it. Go up to the door, walk up to the door, grab the handle, and open your door. You step in through the door to a beautiful forest, a sunny, beautiful day. And in front of you is a huge patch of tilled, clean, fertile dirt. This is your garden. This is your soil. And in the middle of this garden is a bag. You walk over and collect the bag. And inside you reach in and find that there are huge seeds. The seeds as big as your hand. You take one out. You feel the seed vibrate with energy, anticipation, amazement. And you notice that there's something written on your seed. What are you going to plant this year? What does your seed say? And as you're excited for what you're going to plant, you go over to the soil and you dig your hand into the soil, making a beautiful spot for you to plant your seed. You feel the vibrancy, the energy, the nutrition in the soil. You can feel it in your hands, and it vibrates throughout your whole body. You can feel the joy and excitement in what will grow. Plant your seed and cover it with the vital soil. Continue planting as many seeds as you want, stopping with each seed and noticing what words are on the seeds. With the same joy and love and excitement, plant each one in your soil. You notice that there's a watering can on the edge of the garden. You pick it up and water each seed with love. Flow that love right through the water and into your seed. You feel content and peaceful as you look over your garden. And as you leave, you know that you can spend 2 to 5 minutes every day sitting in a quiet space, opening your door to your garden, watering your seeds each and every day. Taking in a few more deep breaths, holding that feeling of excitement and love and content. And when you're ready, you can come back to the room.
It was really beautiful. Thank you.
Welcome.
I found myself wanting to plant lots of seeds.
And you can go back
Yeah.
every day. The more intent you have, the bigger your garden is, right? You don't have, your garden can grow and grow and grow.
Right.
Just
That
spend a
was-
few days going back to your garden. Yeah.
That was amazing. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for this year and I'm looking forward to it. And I'd love to hear how you feel about this upcoming year. So please share with us.
Thanks for listening. Please share and subscribe. We'd love to have you in the community. We're on Facebook on The Next Perfect Step as well.
Have a beautiful day.